2 people have died in a devastating fire that swept through the new Rest Informal Settlement in Wellington earlier this morning. The fire has destroyed nearly 200 structures, leaving over 800 people displaced. The Drakenstein Municipality's fire department fought the blaze, battling flare-ups throughout the day. Police and the forensic department undertook search operations looking for those reported missing, while humanitarian aid organisation Gift of the Givers spent the day on site providing relief for the affected. For more now, we're joined by Gift of the Givers Western Cape Project Manager Ali Sablay. Good evening, Ali. Thank you very much for joining us on the programme. Now, reports earlier were that the fire had tragically claimed the lives of 2 people. What is the situation this hour on the deceased as well as the structures destroyed?
Thank you for having me. Total carnage this morning. The first calls came in this morning from 3:30 a.m. when frantic residents and community leaders informed us that a fire is sweeping through the informal settlement and the wind is not helping them, it's exacerbating the fire. Around about 7 o'clock, we received a call from the South African Human Rights Commission from its president, Mr. Chris Nissen, who asked us, are we aware of the fire as the pictures coming through is horrifying. Our teams were on site early this morning to do assessments, and when our teams arrived on site, we were then informed by the local authorities, that's the fire department and the South African police services, who informed us it's an active site. No humanitarian aid can take place, as there's some families who are reporting their family members are missing. And when our team members got on site, they could see this was going to be a huge humanitarian relief effort, as community leaders that informed us that it looks like close to 200 people affected. We can thankfully say that unfortunately, with this magnitude of fire, 2 people has been confirmed to have passed on. Those family members that were missing, they have been found. The fire happened during the early hours of this morning, and people were trying to escape whatever they can with whatever their belongings they had. But it's a huge fire. It's required days of relief efforts to assist these families.
I suppose it's quite heartening at the very least that those who were reported missing by family members, as you say, have now all been accounted for. But if we talk about the numbers who have been left displaced, what is the figure currently?
Close to 800 people displaced. This afternoon emotions were very high at the local wall. When affected family members converged onto the wall to see if all their family members have been accounted for. People are now registering to get the exact numbers of people affected, so that they could be registered, so that the local government and national government could put their relief efforts in place. Gift of the Givers teams were immediately on the ground. People informed us they've last eaten the night before, and you can just imagine the devastation from 3 o'clock battling the blaze, and only from 11 o'clock you were allowed to go onto the blaze to see if you could save anything. So our team did the immediate relief effort of supplying the families hot meals and clean drinking water. But as I said, the school is starting on Tuesday. Parents are already concerned and stressed out. You know, with the first quarter of the term gone, all books, all school uniform completely burnt out. There are some learners and matriculants as well. There was young mothers that had to escape just with the clothing on their back. So you can just imagine the kind of trauma and the devastation that people went through. One resident informed us they just ran with the families through the fire. So when they looked right, they looked left. There was fire everywhere. So you can just imagine the state and the trauma these families are going through. Registration is going through at all at the moment. Some of these family members will be sleeping outside. Some will be accommodated by the elderly, will be accommodated by family and friends, and the parents have already sent their children out of the informal settlement to stay with families out of town.
But what is being resolved around the school uniform, the lack of books? What has been resolved in that respect for those children?
A Gift of the Givers teams will be tomorrow on site. We will be we will be extending our humanitarian relief. We are working with the Drakenstein disaster management teams. We are working with the local authorities on the ground. Tomorrow we will be providing them. We have committed to provide hot meals for the next 5 to 7 days. Tomorrow we will be extending our humanitarian distribution in terms of blankets, sleeping mats, personal hygiene item packs for the young mouse baby care packs. And tomorrow, hopefully when the list is done, we can get the exact number of school learners affected, so that in the coming week we can assist those learners with new school uniform and stationery. So when they go back to the first week of school, there's no interruption to the schooling year.
All right, Ali, thank you very much for that update. That's Ali Sablay, gift of the Givers Western Cape project manager, speaking to us on the very latest following that very devastating fire.